What's going on, guys? Jedha Patrol back. Another figure preview video. Today, from a film I haven't seen. So, let's roll. That's right, guys. We're back. Another figure preview video. Today, we're going to look at the blogger photos from Kang from the Ant-Man film, Quantumania, which I admittedly have not seen. Just wasn't hyped for it. I'll wait for it to show up on Disney Plus, and then I'll watch it and then make my judgments. But you can judge me in the comment section down below. I don't know. I'm going to look at it from a figure perspective, and obviously his portrayal in Loki, which is, I know it's different. You know, same person, same character in Loki, but here we are in Quantumania. But we're gonna look at that. So we're gonna look at the blogger photos, then we'll look at some photos from my friends over at Pop Collectibles. Went to Secret Base and got some photos of the actual figure without all the Photoshop trickery. So we'll dive through some of those, but definitely take a look at the different head sculpts. That's gonna be fun. But let's look at the blogger photos first. And before we even get going, what were your thoughts on Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania? Did I miss anything? I mean, do I need to go see it? Was it a good move waiting on it to show up on Disney Plus? Was that a good move? I think so, because honestly, I'm more hyped for John Wick 4, and I will absolutely be selling John Wick 4. And one more thing, I have a special announcement at the end of the video. Stay tuned for that. Anyways, let's get into this. The blogger photo. So let's look at this thing. Let me throw this out there. The head sculpts look amazing. There's two of them. One of them looks cooler than the other, and I imagine most people are going to use one over the other. We'll talk about which one here in just a second. But the blogger photos look fantastic. The expression on the face is fine. I don't know how animated he was in the actual film. If this is what he looked like, I don't know. But I can tell you that as far as the head sculpt goes, it looks pretty good. The hair looks a little strange. It doesn't, like the hair quality of it doesn't match the the paint application on the face, at least in the blogger photos. When we get to the Secret Base photos, we'll have a better idea. But I don't know. Maybe it's just the way the light's catching it. I don't know. But it kind of like this. The face is like super realistic, and then the hair is it takes me out of it for a second. We'll see. You know, that's just could be a lighting thing, could be an angle of photo thing. I don't know. But this is, I imagine how I will have mine displayed, and I imagine how most of you will have yours displayed as well with this amazing head sculpt right here. This looks fantastic. He looks freaking badass. I gotta be honest with you. The poses here are kind of basic, which I've been kind of looking at some of these, and I'm wondering, like, how restrictive is this suit material? It looks like it's gonna be somewhat restrictive in the torso region, and then probably not so much in the rest of the region. But we'll take a look at them and see what kind of bends and articulation we've got going on here. LED light up, helmet, eyes, and face. That is flipping awesome. But it doesn't mention USB. So I imagine it's going to button cell batteries in the head, and that's going to be a thing. You might have to get a fusion reactors or USB or somehow wires up. But this looks flipping awesome. Absolutely awesome. And I love that we're not stuck, and we'll see it with the Secret Base photos. We're not stuck with it lit up to make it look awesome. It just looks even more awesome lit up, and I think that's pretty cool. We got a little dynamic stand here with a little flight pole. The base is a letdown for sure. It just says Kang on it, but the Marvel bases historically are kind of crap anyways. Wired cape, no doubt about that. There's some translucence to it. You can kind of see through a little bit, and I think everything about this looks fantastic. Look at this head sculpt, man. That is super realistic. Like the texture on the skin, the eyes, the scars, it just looks cool. I dig it. And I love like the metallic-y, like details going on in the armor, like the purple areas. I think that's pretty cool. I'm digging that as well. And the way the light's bouncing off this thing, I have a feeling it's going to be one of those things that's going to wrinkle. Which won't bother me so much, but it does bother some people. You'll leave yours in like a museum pose, it's just fine. We got MODOK in the background, who I heard was a letdown in the film. I don't need a MODOK figure. The Marvel Legends one actually is pretty cool, not gonna lie. That's a pretty cool figure for MODOK. That's from the TV show, I believe, which honestly was kind of a funny show. But yeah, it looks like from this, double bend on the elbows, so I like that. At least that right one has the appearance of a double pin. Although I have no doubt it's going to be hindered by the suit because that's just how suits go. But I like this thing. I think it looks freaking cool. But I definitely like this head sculpt more than this head sculpt, just from a contrast perspective. It just looks cool with the light up function and the teal and the purple. It just looks cool. I like it very much. Specially tailored outfit with metallic purple tone. I dig this, man. That was good character design. It looks like Hot Toys nailed it on the execution of this thing, like the different textures, the textures going on in the green portions of the suit, and then the contrast with the purple. I mean, I think they did a really good job with this thing. The special effects are okay. Rolling eyeballs, which is definitely going to be a thing going forward. It does appear Hot Toys is going to be giving that to us on pretty much every figure. So I dig that, even though I wish they weren't separate rolling eyes. If you've posed any of these things, you know it's easy to get I like the PER system, the paired rolling eye system, but the separate ones you can go cross-eyed a little bit and it gets a little weird. But here's all the accessories: separate rolling eyeballs. I'm going to get 2 head sculpts. Going to get a light-up function. It's just cool, man. It's cool, and I think it's sub $300 for this thing, which is a pretty good price, in my opinion, for what you get. I'm a big fan of this, but let's go ahead and jump over to the actual secret base photos and see what that's like, and see what is it like in person without all the Photoshop trickery, without all the lighting, just on the shelf. What does this thing look like? Let's go ahead and bounce over to that. And here's our first little shot. Now I've got a lot of photos of this head sculpt, different angles, to give you an idea of what's going on, but not even lit up. No battery powered anything going on here. This is what it's going to look like on the shelf. I think that is cool. The purple, the teal, the highly painted white eyes. That's just freaking cool. That you don't have to have it lit up to make it look like you want it to look. It's just the light up function is a bonus, in my opinion. I love the texture and the detail. This is just beautiful. And I'm going to zoom in here. Look at the paint application they've got going on. Like on the face, it's got this pearlescent application to it. I love that. And then the metallic flake going on in the paint in the purple sections. Man, Hot Toys went out on this thing. That is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. This does not have a separate rolling eye function, as you might imagine, this particular one, because it's white eyes and you don't freaking need them. But look at all these different angles. I mean, this thing looks pretty freaking cool. I hope he was as cool in the film as he is on the shelf here, because it looks pretty good. We got a couple different hands. Doesn't come with a whole lot. 2 fists, 2 relaxed hands. Yeah, not a whole lot going on there. Here's the head sculpt they've got on display at Secret Base. So let's see if the hair looks a little. Yeah, the hair looks a little better here without the blogger lighting. Yeah, this looks a little better in person than it did on the other shot. Sometimes that lighting can enhance photos, and sometimes it can make it a little worse in some areas. So you gotta be careful of that. And I think just the high reflections, highlights coming off on the blogger photos made the hair look a little less realistic. Right here, it looks pretty good. So I dig that, and I love the texture in it. I think they did a really good job. I still think the majority of us are going to use the other head sculpt, but I think they did a fine job for this one. Maybe use this head sculpt for another, kit bash or something. I don't know. But yeah, I think it looks all right. I just really like the other one. Yeah, I really, really like the other one. So I'll probably have that one going on. But yeah, look at the suit design. This thing is pretty sick. And on the shelf, it doesn't look as vibrant. So that's sometimes you got to take that into account when you're getting, blogger photos versus real life photos. Why I like to look at both, because on the lighting in the Photoshop, their job is to make the figure look as good as they can. But right here, the colors are a little bit more dimmed, a little bit more dull. They're not as vibrant. They don't have any crazy, multi-point light going on. So this is how it looks. And I got to be honest with you, in person, on this shelf, looking like this, it's a little less badass, in my opinion. I like the posable cape and the wires in it. I like that. Although we know the Hot Toys wires are weak as hell and they can't really do all that much most of the time. This thing's going to wrinkle like crazy. No doubt about that. But it does look good. It really does. I mean, look, let's zoom in on some of this stuff. Look at the text, all the textures. Man. They did a really good job. I must say, this is one of those times where the blogger photos might have made this thing look a little better than it does in person. Might have. That's just my opinion of it. We got a split boot. I like that. That's cool. Can't see these little, that's just a sticker they threw on there. You can see like the tape line. That's okay. Yeah, I don't know. You guys let me know your thoughts. Are you in on this figure? Are you not in on this figure? I don't know. If you want to pre-order one, you can check Pop Collectibles out down there if you like. But this is a situation, like I said, the blogger photos look better than the secret base photos, which I understand, that's their job. But the coloration on the ones on the shelf aren't as they don't pop. They don't pop, you know? And that's sometimes where lighting comes into play. But you guys let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts on the film without spoilers, because I haven't seen it. Should I watch it? That would be the question for the day. And I told you about a special surprise for those who made it to the end of this video. Friday night, which I don't know what day this video is releasing, but Friday night, the 24th, March 24th, 2023 at 9 p.m. on this channel. We're going to have a special guest. Paul Sung-Young Lee is going to be right here. You might know him from Kim's Convenience as Appa. You might know him as Carson Teva from The Mandalorian as an X-Wing pilot fighting alongside Dave Filoni. Trapper Wolves. Might know him here. But we're going to be right here talking about Hot Toys, talking about collecting, talking about Star Wars. We can answer your questions live right here. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do that. And we'd love to see you there on that live stream. As always, click what you like. See you next time.